Bring in CTV's Scott Hurst, who's live in our national newsroom. Scott, it's one of those times of year where everyone gets excited. My boys were watching some of the snowboarding yesterday and getting, again, at least for right now, but the country comes together. Take us through some of the competitions that's already started as we look forward to the opening ceremony later today.
Matt, I had my 4-year-old and 2-year-old watching the big air competition yesterday, and they were loving it.
So
of course,
true.
Today we are all eagerly awaiting more than 200 Canadian athletes to step up onto the world stage, really take and claim their Olympic moment, a mix of veterans and newcomers. Of course, not all of them will march in the opening ceremony. Some have already started their Olympic program, some getting prepared as well. But Canada is represented by more than 200 athletes. And so we are waiting for the opening ceremony, as you mentioned, our time locally in Eastern Canada, the Eastern Standard Time. It gets going around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But we already have some results to tell you about. The mixed doubles curling team of Peterman and Gallant is now 3-1 in round-robin play. The husband and wife team won their opening 3 matches, but then lost to the Americans in a 7-5 decision. In big air snowboarding, Matt, as we were talking about, tuning into that last night. No Mark McMorris, no problem. Quebec's Francis Jobin soaring into the big air final, qualifying last night with a chance at the podium on Saturday in his Olympic debut. Also today, figure skating program is underway with Canada competing in the team event on Friday. Greater Toronto Area's Piper Giles and Paul Poirier in the rhythm dance, finishing 4th so far. So already some events underway even before the opening ceremony gets underway today. And of course, that will be a huge spectacle, Matt.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be. Again, there's so many events in a shorter period of time, so they've got to get everything in, especially on the curling rink. The expectations, Scott, for this year's Canada team, I think expectations are always high, especially we go back to 2010 and the games in Vancouver. But what is Team Canada in particular expecting medal-wise maybe this year? And
in terms of expectations, the Winter Olympics are really a thing for Canada, of course, because there's so much focus on the Canadian men's and women's hockey team. That's always expected to have a podium finish, but there are so many other events where Canada is a strong competitor, and there are lots of podium expectations. Now, if we look back to the most recent Olympic Winter Games in 2022, Canada did pretty well overall with 26 total medals. However, there were only 4 golds in Beijing, and so of course you can expect Canada wanting to improve on that as you look back at the most recent medal counts from the past few Olympics. So in the range from 25 up to 29, and this is the breakdown of the Beijing Olympic Winter Game medal count. As I mentioned, only 4 golds, and so you can bet that Canada is looking to top the podium much more than 4 times this time around, Matt.
Very true. Okay, CTV's Scott Hurst live in our national newsroom for us. Scott, exciting stuff. Enjoy this. Enjoy the day today.
Exciting 17 days ahead. Thanks so much, Matt.